They're gonna be like, no, friend, we was booked out 2 months ago. And you're gonna be like,
yeah, run it up.
hey everybody, welcome. If not, welcome back to my channel. It's Leonie, and for today's video, as you can tell by the title, I am going to be telling you guys about 4 tips about planning on how to travel. I just came back from Puerto Rico. I usually plan all my trips with my friends or by myself or with me, my man. Whatever I do, I'm usually the planner. So I got a little, a little edge on this. So without further ado, let's get right into the video. All right, everybody, so I got my stuff written down. So I would say the first thing, well, before the first thing, I would hope that you know where you're going already. So after you already know where you're going and what you want to do when you get there, I would say the first thing you need to do is, number one thing is plan. Sorry guys, is to buy your ticket. Now you guys, there are many places you can buy your ticket from. You can buy it from the actual airline's website. You can buy it from Travelocity. You could buy it from this thing called Hopper. I have the app and I see it like pop up, deals all the time, but I'm not sure if like those prices are like ridiculously low, and I'm just like, is this a scam or something? But I don't know, I might try to use it on the next trip I go on. But personally, I have used Travelocity. Now Travelocity we ran into a few problems with Travelocity. Like when we wanted to change our dates, we were unable to change our dates without paying $150 each person. So I'm like, I cannot cancel. So if I tried to cancel it, all it was gonna do was give me what do you call that, points. And I'm like, what points? It just wasn't making any sense. And I don't even think the points was equivalent to the amount of money I spent. Like if I was to cancel and guys, that's a different story for a different time. But all that stuff, Travelocity is good. Just make sure your dates are like no problems. Those are the dates you are actually going. And obviously the airline website is trustworthy. JetBlue, I don't know about Spirit, American, Bahamas Air, all that good stuff. So the second thing I would say you need, getting tongue tied. The second thing I would say you need to do is figure out if you guys are going to be Ubering places, taking a taxi, or you're gonna be renting a car. Now, usually when you go on vacation, people don't usually rent cars. At least from my understanding, they take like the huge bus vehicles. But I prefer to rent a car so I don't have to wait on anything, and just make sure like I plan everything according to how I want it to. So if I want to leave this amount of time early, I don't want to, go out, you know what I'm saying? So, so basically I prefer to rent a car when I go out. But it depends on the next tip, I would say, is where you're going. So if everything is in proximity, then you don't need to rent a car really. But yeah, so that's the next thing. The next thing I would say you need to do is figure out the activities that you are going to be doing. Now, this is important for the next step 4. So, the activity that you're going to be able to do, because when we went to Puerto Rico, we was like, it's like we were not in the how do you say it? It's right there. We were not in the tourist location. We were not in the tourist location because the Airbnbs there were trash. But that's a different story. But anyways, yes. Sorry y'all, somebody was calling me. So like I was saying, what was I saying? But anyways, activities. So make sure the activities are somewhat in the same area of where you're going to be located, as in where you're going to be staying. So if you want to go jet skiing, whatever, all those activities, whatever they do, paragliding, parasailing, all that good stuff, make sure it's all in one area. Or even if like 30 minutes away, 1 hour maybe, 2 you're stretching it, depending on the people you are going with. Because if the people you are going with are boring and they don't know how to liven up a car ride, then I don't know what to tell you. Then it needs to be less than 30 minutes away. So yes, so make sure where you're going is like near you or near your hotel or near, Hear that? So, and the thing after that, you know, after you get that booked and ready, figure out what you're doing, I would say the next step is then you can get an Airbnb or a hotel, or yeah, I think that's it. So, wait, let me make sure. Yes. So after you figure out which one is best for you personally, I prefer to stay in a hotel, depending on a lot of circumstances, but I prefer to stay in a hotel overall because buying groceries and cooking gets really complicated with people, especially if people just don't eat, well, I was about to say normal things, but if people don't eat the same thing you eat, then you have to like buy a whole bunch of stuff that you're not gonna eat, and then you're just like, okay. But that also goes in hand with picking like knowing if you're going to be cooking and going out to eat mostly. Now that's another tip, you guys. We're going AWOL. So I would say another tip would be, while you are planning your activities and figure out where you're going, I would say the next tip, well, in addition to that tip, is to go online and figure out, sorry, I need some water, and figure out the food place you're going to be at. I mean, you don't need to figure out every single food place. Like maybe if you pass somewhere, you're like, oh, we want to go there. But let me tell you, that's going to save you so much time, because when you get there and you're just sitting there strolling on Google, like 30 minutes gone past, an hour gone past, you're like, okay, so I haven't found anywhere where we're going to eat. And next thing you know, you're sitting there eating McDonald's, you're eating food that you could have ate from whichever location you came from. No, you want to try the good stuff that they make there, that they only make there, that you can't try everywhere else, okay? So I would say that's another thing. Don't just look at pictures. Pictures could be false. You gonna go on Google, you gonna go on Yelp, you gonna look at them pictures, and you gonna look at them comments, okay? That's what we're gonna be doing. But anyways, back to what I was saying. Airbnb, hotel. You figure out if you're gonna be staying in an Airbnb or hotel, then you book it, and then pretty much that's it, you guys. I would say that is the basics of planning a trip. Now, if you want a more in-depth video of me, you know, saying the A and the B, you know, the subtitles and all that good stuff, the description of how planning the trip goes, because it ain't easy. Let me tell you, I don't know how people over here just, oh yeah, we just gonna boom. No, you have to plan a trip. Let me tell you, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. I just can't just go somewhere and just like, all right, so we doing. Especially nowadays where you have to book a reservation in time, because if you go there, y'all, they gonna be like, no, friend, we was booked out 2 months ago. And you're gonna be like, alrighty then. So, and then you gonna go there and have nothing to do. So we don't want that to happen. We don't want to waste no money. We want to enjoy every single minute, because let me tell you, that paid time off or that unpaid time off, okay, it's gonna go. It's gonna leave. All right, so I'm gonna enjoy every moment and second while I get there. And pretty much that's it, you guys. I would say, yeah, like I was saying, if you want more tips about traveling, you know, I'm getting out there, y'all. I mean, usually I plan like trips like, I don't know how to say it. Like, I live in Miami, so I would say to West Palm. That's like, you know, an hour or 4 hour drives away. Like, I would plan trips like that. Those are just important as the trips you plan, you know, out of the country and all that stuff. But we have another trip coming up, you guys, and, you know, just stay tuned for that trip as well. But without further ado, make sure to tell your mom, to tell your friend, to tell your neighbor, to like, comment, and subscribe. I hope you're the same as well, and I'm going to see you in my next video. Peace.